Did you know that somewhere beneath the stones of ancient Jerusalem, under centuries of rubble and faith, there may lie the key to one of history's greatest mysteries, the real origins of the Knights Templar? Long before the Crusades, before medieval Europe even dreamed of holy wars, a king once raised a temple unlike any other. His name was Solomon, son of David, and the temple he built around 957 BCE was said to be infused with divine geometry and hidden wisdom. According to biblical texts, its walls shimmered with gold, its pillars symbolized cosmic balance, and within its deepest chamber, the Holy of Holies, the Ark of the Covenant, rested. But this wasn't just a building. It was a message in stone, a code linking heaven and earth. When the temple was destroyed by the Babylonians in 586 BCE, that message was shattered, yet whispers of its secrets never died. Some say those whispers would resurface over 1,000 years later, carried by armored knights who believed they were the heirs to Solomon's legacy. But before starting, I'd love to know where you're tuning in from tonight, whether it's the United States, Europe, Asia, or somewhere else across this vast and fascinating world. Drop your country, city, and local time in the comments below so we can see just how far our community reaches. And if you enjoy these journeys through time and untold stories, remember to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to join our growing storytelling family. Together, we'll wander through history, mystery, and memory. So, take a slow breath as we begin our journey into the secret order of Solomon. Fast forward to the year 1099. The Crusaders have captured Jerusalem after years of bloody battles. The city lies scarred but sacred once more. Among its ruins stands the Temple Mount, crowned now by the Dome of the Rock and Al-Aqsa Mosque, Islamic monuments built upon the very ground where Solomon's temple once stood. To the Crusaders, this was holy beyond measure. They believed they had rediscovered the very foundation of Solomon's sanctuary. And when a small band of knights arrived, poor, devout, and driven, they sought not glory, but guardianship. In 1118, Hugues de Payens and 8 companions took vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. They swore to defend pilgrims journeying to the Holy Land. King Baldwin II of Jerusalem granted them quarters within a wing of his palace, a structure built atop the Temple Mount itself. They called themselves the Poor Knights of Christ and of the Temple of Solomon. History would call them the Knights Templar. At first, they were fewer than 10 knights, but their symbolism was powerful. Living atop the sacred mount, they became linked to the holiness and mystery of Solomon's temple itself. By 1128, the Council of Troyes in France officially recognized the order. Under the spiritual guidance of Bernard of Clairvaux, one of medieval Europe's most influential theologians, the Templars were given divine legitimacy. Bernard called them a new kind of knighthood, monks who fought not for conquest, but for the salvation of souls. In 1139, Pope Innocent II issued a papal bull granting them special privileges, freedom from taxes, independence from kings and bishops, and authority only under the Pope himself. With divine protection and royal favor, the Templars grew rapidly. Donations poured in, lands, castles, gold, and influence. Within a century, they would control vast estates across Europe, build impregnable fortresses in the Holy Land, and become the financial backbone of crusading Christendom. But beneath their holy vows, legends whispered of something deeper, something buried beneath their feet. For nearly 70 years, the Templars' headquarters stood atop the Temple Mount. Pilgrims came and went, unaware that beneath their feet, tunnels and ancient chambers lay hidden. Chroniclers from later centuries claimed that the knights conducted secret excavations under the ruins, searching not for gold, but for relics. Some believed they sought the Ark of the Covenant, others the Holy Grail, or lost scrolls of Solomon's wisdom. Though historians remain cautious, archaeological hints suggest the Templars may indeed have explored beneath the mount. Their prolonged residence there, coupled with later accounts of mysterious discoveries, fueled centuries of speculation. Did the Templars uncover something extraordinary? A relic? A scripture? A forbidden truth? We may never know. But whatever they found, or believed they found, shaped their identity. They were no longer just warriors of faith. They became guardians of a sacred secret. By the mid-13th century, the Knights Templar had become Europe's most formidable order. Soldiers, bankers, and diplomats rolled into one. Their network stretched from Scotland to Jerusalem. Their coffers rivaled kingdoms, and their discipline was unmatched. But with power came fear. Kings owed them money. Popes feared their independence. And when the Crusader dream crumbled after the fall of Acre in 1291, the Templars' purpose evaporated. To France's ambitious King Philip IV, they were a liability and a treasure trove. On Friday, October 13th, 1307, he struck. Across France, the Templars were arrested, their assets seized, and their leaders accused of heresy, blasphemy, and unspeakable rituals. It was a performance of power, not truth. Yet those words condemned them. By 1312, under pressure from Philip, Pope Clement V formally dissolved the order. 2 years later, Jacques de Molay, the last Grand Master, was burned at the stake. As the flames rose, he cried a curse upon his persecutors, and legend says both Philip and Clement were dead within a year. The order was gone, but its legend was just beginning. In the decades after their fall, strange rumors spread across Europe. Some claimed the Templars had escaped with their treasures to Scotland. Others said they sailed to Portugal or vanished into secret brotherhoods. A document known as the Larmenius Charter, dated 1324, purported to record the secret continuation of the Templar Order, passing leadership from de Molay to a hidden line of successors. Whether authentic or not, it kept the flame of mystery alive. By the 17th and 18th centuries, new groups, especially Freemasons, began to trace their symbolic lineage to both the Templars and Solomon's Temple. Their lodges echoed the temple's geometry. Their rituals spoke of ancient wisdom lost and found. The two pillars of Jachin and Boaz, once standing at the entrance to Solomon's temple, became enduring symbols of duality, strength and establishment, adopted by Freemasonry and other esoteric societies. Thus, even centuries after their fall, the Templars' supposed connection to Solomon's legacy remained, not as a fact, but as a powerful myth shaping secret orders and spiritual seekers alike. Was there ever truly a secret order of Solomon? No ancient text records such a brotherhood, yet across ages men have sought to revive the temple's hidden wisdom, to reclaim Solomon's divine knowledge. From Kabbalists who studied the mystic names of God, to architects of cathedrals encoding sacred geometry, to secret societies invoking the temple as a metaphor for enlightenment. The idea of a hidden order linking past to present persists. Perhaps the Templars were merely part of that larger current, inheritors of an ancient yearning to touch the divine through knowledge and structure. Or perhaps, as their legends claim, they did indeed unearth something the world was not ready to understand. Today, the ruins of the Templars' castles still stand, silent, weathered, defiant. Their crosses are carved in stone, their symbols woven into architecture, their myth alive in books and films. Historians can prove their bravery, their organizational genius, their tragic downfall. But what can never be proven, what haunts the imagination, is their connection to the mysteries of Solomon's temple. Maybe that's the true power of the story, not in what's known, but in what's believed. The Templars remind us that history and myth are twins. One records what happened, the other what humanity wished had happened. And so the question remains, when we search for hidden knowledge, are we really uncovering the past, or are we building our own temples within the mind? The Temple of Solomon may have fallen, but its echo endures, in stone, in myth, and in us. Perhaps the real secret order was never hidden at all.